well, for more reaction and analysis on yesterday's local government elections. Always a pleasure. Political analyst from Northwest University, Mr. Barry Hanyane. Hello to you, Barry. Always good to have you on the show. So your take, low voter turnout. What did you make of that when you heard that horrendously low number?
Yeah, Gareth, good morning to you. Good morning to your viewers. Look, it's just unfortunate that we've come to this situation where a chance is given for all and sundry to participate in ensuring that our democracy is in good hands. It's just unfortunate that low turnout, few incidences there and there, but overall quite an impressive show on the part of political parties, issues of discipline, although isolated incidences there and there. So we will have to keep watch on issues of results as they trickle in, obviously. It's a long road to certifying these results.
Which is the one province that you're keeping a very close eye on? I know you're talking to me from the Northwest, but is that the province you're watching closely, or is there another one that you've got your eye on?
Limpopo is one, obviously the ancestral land, and yeah, a few incidences there. I think one was reported in Mokopane. We'll have to keep a close watch on that as to what actually transpired. Will there be a case opened against one of the IEC staff members allegedly having been involved in some unethical behavior? So overall, very quiet in Limpopo, but obviously Northwest. JB Marks, as one of your reporters, gave an update there. I'm watching that very carefully. DA having taken a ward. Will the ANC retain that after the latest changes there? 22 municipalities, none got a clean financial audit in the previous financial year. Will this be the turning point? We'll have to watch this one very carefully once again.
Oh, well, Barry, since you mentioned Limpopo, it's why I asked you. I thought, let me bring in some results from the IEC while I can. Numbers still very low as the votes cast there still being counted. But Barry, let me bring you numbers. You can maybe react as we get to the end of it. The ANC currently in Limpopo, currently at 50.08. I apparently need glasses, it seems. The ANC with just over 50%, the Democratic Alliance 22.48%. Barry, the EFF, and we know there was a big push in Limpopo for the EFF, 10.96%, just short of 11%. Vryheidsfront plus 9.1%, and TRA less than 1%, 0.82. But to your point, Barry, as we look at the national elections for our viewers, in Limpopo, the ANC, for the moment, having a sizable lead.
Well, it was expected. Remember, we've predicted, and of course, this is confirmed by surveys done elsewhere, including Ipsos Machino, traditional rural basis for the majority party, that is the ANC, is likely to be retained. Question is, will there be an increase given the previous 2016 local government elections, or there will be a slight drop? And perhaps the latter may very well be the outcome in the end. But once again, we're watching this one.
And when it comes to some of the issues that the IEC has spoken about, in my intro to you, the voting stations opening on time, and while that's to be commended, of course, we sort of expect that to be the case, don't we? But some of the issues like a low number of ballot papers available, Barry, at some voting stations. Here's the question I posed to Tumelo earlier. She's at the IEC for us in Pretoria. If the IEC had told us, Barry, that they had 100% ballot papers for everyone that was registered, that would make it around 26 million people, maybe 28 million people. Very low voter turnout, only 8 million people. Do you think it's acceptable that we ran out of ballot papers at some voting stations?
No, not quite. I think it's just unfortunate that the IEC has to experience this challenge over and over again. That there must be a stop put in relation to this, because in the end, obviously, this is going to be used as one of the variables to measure the performance of the IEC overall. You don't want issues that go beyond this issue alone. The issue of PPEs as well. The simple issue of an ink ink should not be out of supply in any of the stations. So we're watching closely the overall performance of the IEC to say, from previous experiences, are they improving? In the end, what will the scorecard look like? Is this the kind of IEC we want for our country, and of course want to be one of the leading electoral commissions in the continent, and perhaps competitive on a global scale?
Well, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. We'll check in with you, no doubts, again, as the numbers continue come through to us here at the eNCA headquarters. We're taking a look at some of those results for you. I can just flip through those for you this morning. That was one of our analysts joining us all the way from the Northwest this morning, is one of the numbers we were looking at this morning from Northwest University, Barry Hanyane. Let's just remind you of what the numbers are looking like around the country. If you've just joined us, good morning, South Africa, at around 12 minutes to 6 o'clock. Yes, we are on air early, because we love numbers so early in the morning, don't we? All right, so there's the national picture. I'll tell you about Limpopo in a moment. The ANC, some 772,885 votes so far for them. The Democratic Alliance, 497, 154. And Economic Freedom Fighters in third place, 133,346. The Vryheidsfront Plus, 79,816. And then I'll stop at number 5. I think that is the Namakwa Civic Movement. Sorry, my eyes are failing me at the tender age of 21, apparently. It's 4,695. Thank you, KG, our stellar floor crew officer, making sure I can see what the hell's going on in the world here. And then we go all the way down to the Good Party, currently 17,728 as well. Now, it's worth reminding you, if you've just joined us, it's only around 11% of the votes that have been counted so far. So you need to look at this very, very cautiously right now. A lot of areas, a lot of wards, a lot of municipalities around the country not voted, not counted as yet. The last number I saw when we brought up the IEC website was only around 11%. So those numbers take with a pinch of salt for now, but maybe perhaps a little bit later we can start seeing a picture of where we are. But at 11% on this Tuesday morning, this Results Tuesday, that's where we stand.